are going to discuss composite functions, exercise number 1.1. In that first question answers we are going to discuss. Before going to our class, the world is in difficult situations. Kindly pray for it, and we need to seek God's help before going to start the class. Let's close our eyes. God, kindly provide your knowledge and wisdom to solve our mathematics problems and our daily life problems. Kindly save our India from Corona. Thank you, God. Right. The first question in this exercise number 1 this is our first question. If f maps are to R and g maps are to R are two functions defined below, then find f circle g of x and g circle f of x. Your first one, f of x is equal to x plus 3, g of x is equal to x square plus 5. And second, third, and fourth, and so this x. So now, f of, what is g of x here? X square plus 5. And now, f of x is nothing but 2x plus 3. Wherever x is there, substitute x square plus 5. So 2 into x means x square plus 5 plus 3. So 2 into x square, 2x square, plus 2 5 are 10, plus 3. So we can write 2x square plus 13. So now, how to find now g circle f of x? So this also same like this only. So g of f of x you can write g of, and what is f of x now? 2x plus 3 substitute here. So when you substitute 2x plus 3, it becomes g of 2x plus 3. What is g of x? X square plus 5. So wherever x is there, we need to write 2x plus 3. So now 2x plus 3 whole square, because here x square, x plus here 2x plus 3 plus 5. So right here plus 5. A plus b whole square, a square means 2x whole square is nothing but 4x square plus 3 square is nothing but 9 plus 2 into a into b. So 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12x plus 5. So now 4x square plus 12x plus 14. And here f circle g need not to be equal to g circle f, but if it is associativity, it must be equal. So that is about your first problem. So let's move on to the second. Now in second one, you'll find here f of x is equal to x square plus 8, g of x is equal to 3x cube plus 1. Same thing, f circle g and g circle f you have to find. So first f circle g of x. So you know, what do you know? That is f of g of x. So f of, what is g of x? 3x cube plus 1. So then it becomes as f of x, and f of x means x square plus 8. Just substitute this. So when you substitute, what you are going to get from this? So here first x plus 3x cube plus 1 you have to substitute 3x cube plus 1 whole square plus 8. Now it is a plus b whole square. What is a plus b whole square? First a square means, so you can write 9x to the power of 6 plus b square is nothing but 1, because 1 square is nothing but 1, plus 2 into a into b. 2 3s are 6, 6 1s are 6, 6x cube plus 8. So then when you write this, 9x power 6 plus 6x cube plus 9. So this is about f circle g. So now let me move on to the g circle f now. So now here I am writing g circle f of x. So we can write it as g of f of x. So now g of, what is f of x? F of x is nothing but x square plus 8. So now what I need to do? So here g of x means 3x cube plus 1. So wherever x is there, substitute x square plus 8. So now we can write this as 3 of x square plus 8 whole cube plus 1. So this you just simplify by using a plus b whole cube and write your answer. So how can we simplify this? So first we can write this is equal to, so now what we need to do, 3. So a plus b whole cube, what is your formula? A cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3a b square. So write this first, a square, first one a x cube. So a cube means x square whole cube, you get as x power 6. So if you want, I'll write here your formula. So we used here formula as a plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So this we are used. So x power 6, then 3 into a square b. 3 into a square means x square whole square means x power 4 into b means 8 plus 3ab square. 3 into a means x square, b square means 8 square. So plus, after that b cube. B cube is nothing but 8 cube plus 1. So then how to simplify this part now? So just you can right. So now when you simplify this, you get answer as 3x to the power of 6 plus 72x power 4 plus 576x square plus 1537. So you can simplify when they given for 2 marks. If they are given only for 1 mark, no need to simplify. You just write up to here answer, here also up to here answer. So this is about your second one. Third and fourth do as a homework. Let's move on to the second problem. If A is equal to ABC, B is equal to UVW, and F maps A to B and G maps B to A, all defined as the given F and G also, then find F circle G and G circle F. It's very simple. First, according to given clues, how to write this. So first, in the solution, so F of A is nothing but what they given, V. Same method, F of B is equal to U. F of C is equal to W. Same method, can you explain for the G? So we can write G of U, G of V, G of W equal to that second element, B, A, C. So G of U is B, G of V is A, G of W is C. Then we need to find G circle F and F circle G. It's very simple, right? So now first let me go for F circle G. F circle G of X is equal to F of G of X. So here F of G of U, V, W is there. So that first you can write G of U. So same method. Now another one, F of G of V. Another one, F of G of W. Equal to. Now, so this G of X not required. So from G of U onwards. So now G of U is nothing but B. So F of B. So F of G of V is nothing but A. F of A. G of W is nothing but C. So that F of C. So I think F of B, F of A, F of C value you already know. F of A is nothing but V. F of B is nothing but U. And F of C is nothing but W. So now, therefore, F circle G is equal to, so when you give U, answer also U, so that U comma U. And the one B comma B. And the one W comma W. So this is about your F circle G. So we'll go to now G circle F also. Same method. Again, what I can write now from this? So here G circle f of x. This we can write G of f of x. So now that means G of f of x plus what is here? F of a, b, c is there. So f of a. Second one G of f of b. Next G of f of c. F of a, f of b, f of c values you know. F of a is b, f of b is u, f of c is w. Just write that. So G of f of a is nothing but b, and G of f of b is nothing but u. So then G of f of c is nothing but w. So write that w. So after writing this, I'll just say the values of this. What is G of v, G of u, G of w? So G of v is nothing but a, G of u is nothing but b, G of w is nothing but c. So at last, what is our G circle F? So your G circle F is nothing but, so when you give A, so that A, B, B, next C, C. So this is about your F circle G and G circle F. In this way, we need to find second question. And let's move on to the next question. All right. This is about your third question. If F maps R plus 2R plus and G maps R plus 2R plus are defined as F of x is equal to x squared, G of x is equal to root x, then find G circle F and F circle G. Are they equal? So now first what is given that you can write. So in this given as F maps R plus 2R plus so then G maps R plus 2R plus, and then now f of x is equal to x square, g of x is equal to root x. So now first one find G circle F, then find F circle G. So G circle F of x. So we can write G of F of x. So G of, what is our F of x? So our F of x is nothing but x squared. Just write x squared. So now G of x square. So now G of x is nothing but root x. Wherever x is there, what we need to substitute? X square. So now square root x square. Root and square get cancelled, you get answer as x. Give equation number 1. Same method. Now F circle G of x. F of G of x. So now F of G of x is nothing but what is that? Root x. So now f of x means x square. So that wherever x is there, you need to write root x. Root x whole square. Square root get cancelled, you get answer as x. So equation number 2. So at last from 1 and 2, G circle F is equal to F circle G. So that is about your third question. I hope so you all understood. Let's move on to the next question. Let's discuss next question. If f maps are to R and g maps are to R are two functions such that f of x is 3x plus 4 and g of x is equal to 1 upon 3 x minus 4, then find f circle g of x and g circle f of x. Also find g circle g of x. It's very simple. So we'll go for solution. Just now first f circle g of x. So under one g circle f of x, under one g circle g of 1. So all together we'll try to solve so that you can understand. This we can write f of g of x. This we can write g of f of x. This we can write g of 1. Now check f of g of x means what do you know here? 1 upon 3 x minus 4 right here. 1 upon 3 x minus 4. So wherever in the f of x place you need to substitute 1 upon 3 into x minus 4. So now what is f of x? You know 3x plus 4. So now 3 into x means this full, that is 1 upon 3 x minus 4 plus 4. So write that plus 4. So now 3 and 3 get cancelled. X minus 4 plus 4. Minus 4 plus 4 cancel, you get answer as x. Same method here. G of f of x means what do you know here? 3x plus 4. So write that 3x plus 4. So now in g of x, wherever x is there, 3x plus 4 you have to substitute. So g of x plus 1 upon 3 as it is. X means 3x plus 4 minus 4. Minus 4 plus 4 get cancelled. 1 upon 3 into 3x. 3 get cancelled, you get answer as x. So this is about the first two and last one. G of 1. G of 1 means, so in g of x, 1 upon 3 x minus 4, wherever x is there, what I need to substitute? 1. So now I can write here 1 upon 3, 1 minus 4. So that means g of 1 upon 3 minus 3. 3 get cancelled. That is g of minus 1. So wherever x is there in that place, minus 1 substitute. So now 1 upon 3 minus 1 minus 4. You get as minus 5 upon 3. So that is about your 3 answers. I hope so you all understood this separate parts, and if you are want to see, if you want to revise it, you just pause it and understand clearly. This is about your fourth question. If you have any doubt, you can comment on the comment section so that I can explain you back. So that is about your fourth, and let's move on to the fifth problem. So next question, this fifth one: if three functions f, g, h defined from R to R such that f of x is equal to x squared, g of x is equal to cos x, and h of x is equal to x plus 3, then find the value of h circle, g circle, f of 2x. So now it is again simple one. So first h circle, g circle, f of root 2 pi is equal to, how we'll write h circle, g circle, f. So it is circle remove and keep a bracket, h circle, g circle, f of root 2 pi. So you keep in this way. Then this again you can write h of, and this part again, this bracket part we can write g of f of root 2 pi. So now h of g of f of root 2 pi. What is f of x? F of x is nothing but x square. So wherever x is there, I need to substitute root 2 pi. So now root 2 pi. So you can write root 2 pi whole square. Square and root get cancelled. Then h of g of 2 pi. So I hope so you all understood this. See here, h of g circle f of root pi. First in this bracket one I written as g of f of root 2 pi. Then again, what is f of root pi? So wherever x is there, I need to substitute root 2 pi. So root 2 pi whole square. Square and root get cancelled. So then g of 2 pi. So now in the g of x, what is there? Cos x. So wherever x is there, I need to substitute now 2 pi. So now we can write h of g of 2 pi is nothing but cos 2 pi. So h of cos 2 pi you got. So now what I need to do in this place is, so what is h of x? 2x plus 3. So now what I need to do in this place, wherever x is there, I need to substitute cos 2 pi. So now 2 into cos 2 pi plus 3. Now 2 into cos 2 pi is nothing but 1. So that is plus 3. So 2 plus 3, that is nothing but 5. So in this way we have to solve this problem. So I hope so you all understood what we done. It is first bracket when we simplified, that is g of f of x written, then f of root 2 pi is nothing but wherever x is there in that place root 2 pi substituted. When you substitute root 2 pi root 2 pi, then x square becomes as root 2 pi whole square. Square and root get cancelled, you get 2 pi. So g of 2 pi, wherever x is there, you have to substitute 2 pi. So cos 2 pi, so written here cos 2 pi. So in the h of x is equal to 2x plus 3. But x means what do you know? Cos of 2 pi. So 2 into x means cos of 2 pi plus 3. Cos 2 pi is nothing but it is 1. So now 2 ones are 2 plus 3, that is nothing but 5. So this is about your fifth problem, and it is important. Many times they given in your RBSE examination. Let's move on to the last sixth problem of this exercise. Right. Let's move on to the next one. So in this place, we need to find out f circle g, g circle f circle f, g circle g. So let's move on to the first one, that is f circle g of x. So f of g of x you can write. So now f of what is our g of x? G of x is nothing but 2x minus 3, and f of x. So here f of x is x square plus 3x plus 1. So wherever x is there, substitute 2x minus 3. So that x square means 2x minus 3 whole square plus 3 into x means again 2x minus 3 plus 1. So then what we can write, a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. So a square means 4x square plus b square means 9 minus 2ab means 2 to 4, 4, 4 3s are 12. So 12x plus 3 2s are 6x, then minus 3 3s are 9 plus 1. So now you can plus 9 minus 9 get cancelled. 4x square minus 6x plus 1, because minus 12x plus 6x minus 6x plus 1. So that is about your first one. Let's move on to the second. Second is what is in this place. So g circle f of x. So we can write g of f of x, then g of what is f of x here. So f of x is nothing but, so f of x is nothing but x square plus 3x plus 1. So x square plus 3x plus 1. So just substitute this is g of x. What is g of x now? So 2x minus 3, wherever x is there, substitute this full part. So now we can write 2 into x plus x square plus 3x plus 1 minus 3. So multiply with the 2x square plus 6x plus 2 minus 3. So we can write 2x square plus 6x minus 3 plus 2 minus 3 plus 2, you get as minus 1. And so 2x square plus 6x minus 1, it is your second one, and third as homework, and fourth one and solve. So your third question is homework, and you have to solve it, and later if you are having any doubts, you can ask me later in comment section so that I can do that video again back for you. So fourth one, G circle G. So now we go for G circle G of x. So you can write G of x. So G of, what is your G of x? So G of x is nothing but 2x minus 3, right? That 2x minus 3. So now again G of x, so that wherever x is there, 2x minus 3, substitute 2 into x is there, means 2x minus 3 minus 3. Now 2 2s are 4x minus 2 3s are 6 minus 3. So 4x minus 9. So this is about your fourth problem. Third problem as homework for you. If you have any doubts in this, kindly you can ask me in this comment section so that I can help you all. So this is about your exercise number 1, complete solutions of RBSE class 12, chapter number 1, composite functions. So next session we are going to discuss inverse functions, and then how to solve this composite functions inverse function. So we all discuss, and I hope so you all well, and kindly stay in your homes, and right, we'll wait for next video. God bless you all.